Welcome in, chat. It's going to be a little different stream today versus our normal gaming. We'll be talking about the events today that occurred with Charlie Kirk and go into a little more details on how we feel and what we've seen. Rocking with me today, I've got NoxAsylum beside me and Reneenee13 below. And just throwing it out there, if y'all have anything to throw in or comment on, feel free to join in the conversation. Just trying to keep it respectful all the way around for everybody. Should we?
Yeah.
Chat, I'm getting you fixed. Alright, there we go. What's up, chat? This is a little bit different of a format for us today. If you can't tell by today's theme of the stream, to say I'm distraught, and I don't even know what to call it. It's an understatement. I am deeply saddened by the events that have taken place today. Charlie James Kirk, someone that I consistently on a daily basis listen to, someone who I shared a lot of beliefs with. I can't say everything we agreed eye to eye on, but I shared a lot of beliefs with him, and he's a factor that played into me coming back to God and being a child of God and coming back to religion. And seeing the video today and seeing what took place was fucking disgusting. And I'm just gonna go ahead and preface, you can feel how you feel about this. If you're celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, please leave. You can have your opinion. I don't want anything to do with it. We can have a debate. We can talk. But there will be a line and there will be boundaries. So, Chad, I need you to understand that for today. But I am deeply saddened and forever scarred today by the death of Charlie Kirk. So we're going to talk more about that. We're going to dig into some things we've seen. And feel free to comment, like, share, and let us know your thoughts on the situation. So, and we'll interact with you guys as best as we can as we continue on today. So that's my piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sad day.
Well,
for
shit,
sure.
what do we want to start with here? I mean, like, obviously, Charlie Kirk got shot today while giving a speech at the Utah University. Yeah, if you haven't seen the video, I don't recommend looking into it. It's pretty... Yeah, I mean, if you find it and come across it, I've seen it, like, on Facebook at least 30 times by now. So you'll probably come across it at some point. It's pretty graphic.
Yeah,
So obviously we're not going to be showcasing that, you know. All condolences to his family.
Yes, for
I
sure.
have not seen Dean's video, but you know, we might check that out here shortly. Was it on X? Do you know if it was on X? Because we can get that pulled up here in a bit. But we're gonna react to some different stuff today, guys. We're gonna check out some stuff from both sides of the aisle. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Political violence is not okay in any shape or form. I don't care what you think of that man. That man has a wife and 2 children under the age of 3, if I'm not mistaken. 3 and under.
Hmm.
Daughter's just turned 2.
That was-
Son is just now able to walk.
Yeah. That is also a God-fearing man who went around speaking his truths and a lot of our truths. And it's disturbing to think that we can't have freedom of speech without fearing for our lives. I truly don't know how to feel about it. It's seeing that clip over and over and over will forever be ingrained in my brain. I am scarred by watching someone I looked up to lose their life, and the fact that that video will forever be on the internet and their family has to deal with that. Those children have to live with that. The internet's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to grow and expand and do different things. And it will always be there. And that's not fair to them, in my opinion.
No, not at all. And say, for anyone that doesn't know, there's a picture of Charlie and his wife and 2 beautiful kids. Say, I could only imagine. I mean, I've got a daughter myself, so I know Renee is an aunt to multiple youngins as well. You know, it can only imagine what they have to go through. It's heartbreaking's not even close to touching the right word for it. But.
No. Heartbreaking doesn't even, like, capture it in the slightest. I can't tell you guys how it felt. I was literally sitting right here doing other things, listening to a Charlie Kirk video when Blake, Mr. Unincredible, called me to tell me he had gotten shot. I lost it. I completely lost my composure. I cried. I prayed and prayed and prayed. And look, obviously this was... God was meant to take him. Very obvious. He was a warrior of God. I thank you, Lynn. I 100% agree. I've never cried so much for a man I've never met, that I looked up to and listened to his wise words so often. I've never sat and I mean, I sat holding my cross praying for him to make it. To see a couple of news articles that said, you know, oh, he's got a pulse. You know, he's fighting. You know, then you've got news sources that say he was dead the moment it happened. They were carrying a lifeless body. And I don't know what to believe. You know, all I know is this was murder. He was assassinated. Let's call it what it is. Let's stop beating around the fucking bush. This was assassination. This was cold fucking blooded murder. I don't care what you think this man deserved what he got. I don't give a fuck. It's murder. Imagine if this was your son, your brother, your husband, your child. Thank you. I agree. His poor family. It is terrible that people are celebrating. That's why I feel the need that we had to come on here and talk about it. It's fucking disgusting.
Some very concerning things online. It's like there's a difference between like political discussion and just political like violence. You know.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
I say to piggyback like, off of. Sorry, Cameron, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I say just piggybacking off of Cameron talking about everyone glorifying and celebrating this terrible event today. Like Daily Caller, if y'all haven't seen it, has an entire page. Like within a couple hours of people just talking up that it was a good thing, basically, and he got what he deserved. It's very, very sad. No matter, like they were saying, what side of the political spectrum, no matter your beliefs, like even your past, like if you're trying to be the better you, like it's no one deserves to go through this, especially young kids, and have to grow up and be exposed to this video probably multiple times throughout their life. You know, it's just a constant daily reminder.
Those news outlets.
It's fucking awful.
Yeah, some news outlets were speculating that it might have been one of the people in the audience. Yeah, we did see some about that. Yeah. That there was news articles speculating that it was a supporter firing off their weapon in excitement. Can you tell me how fucking dumb that sounds? Has that ever happened at a Charlie Kirk event on campus before? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. No. Why do I know that? Because I've watched a lot of his fucking campus videos. And there's only so much editing you can do. And he would have said something if something like that happened. Charlie Kirk was very communicative, if you didn't know.
So he would have had a lot more precautions set up, you know, if he ever had a scare like this, really. I mean, and to support what they were saying about them talking about it being someone in the crowd. It was MSNBC, and live on their breaking news claimed that it might have been, they don't know if it's a supporter shooting their gun in the air in support or celebration, and that's just mind-boggling that someone could say something like that when it's obviously, if you're in a crowd and you have a gun of that caliber, someone's going to see it. First of all, there's no mistaking that was a much high caliber gun, you know.
Just from the sound, you can tell it was a higher caliber rifle too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like
Well, and the accuracy.
also the fact, the damage and the accuracy and the amount of damage that it did too.
200
Right,
meters
it was
away, that dude
straight-
was trained. Like, in
Right,
my
straight
opinion.
for the carotid artery, 200 yards away. I mean, I do not recommend you go see the video. It is horrific, and it will forever be scarring. But for those that have seen the video, the precision shot and the blood that came from it, thank you. They knew what they were doing.
And for
That was a
anybody that's in
sniper-
either the chat, oh sorry,
No, you're good. That was a sniper trained professional, or some kind of high caliber weapon. That was not somebody in the crowd shooting off some handgun. Do you think if they would have seen it, they would have let a supporter? And let me tell you, supporters of him usually carry their gun on their hip. They're not going to walk in with some semi-automatic, some big old. No, it's not Call of Duty. They're not going to do that. Okay? So, to even say that in the first place, it boggles my mind.
I do want to say, just based on the penetrating power of the shot and how it like went through completely, and like just like how it went through, it was a penetrating type bullet. That's a high caliber round that was made for penetration. It's not a handgun wound that you get like that. You don't get a handgun wound like that.
No.
And if you did,
And-
you'd have to be extremely close with it, and that would have been noticed by everybody there. That would have been seen by everybody there. They wouldn't be like looking for like a suspect or anything like that. Apparently, the FBI now has a suspect in custody.
Yes.
So the FBI, Kash Patel, took over the investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination, and they do say they have somebody in custody that they do believe is the actual shooter, because I know they arrested that old white guy. There's video of that, but it came out to be that was not who it was, so they had let him go, and then the guy was at large, and then obviously now they have found him, according to the FBI and Kash Patel.
And the old gentleman that they did arrest initially was charged with obstruction of justice. So he did get charged for acting like he was the suspect. So
Isaac, I see you in the chat. Well, I'm not live. Sorry, this is off topic a little bit. I see you. I'm not live because I've been having issues with like quality and shit like that. Being connected to my internet as bad as it is, but it will be uploaded on my YouTube. Sorry, self-plug there.
no, you're
No,
good.
you're good. So, I mean, like Tori's saying in the chat, you can't even express your First Amendment right without fearing for your life. It's true. It's true.
Exactly.
I mean, anybody wants to debate me on this, the most hated person in the United States right now is a straight white male. Usually middle-aged. And it sucks to admit that, because nobody should be hated. And, we're all fucking
hated
people.
based
We
on your
all bleed the
character,
same
not the way you
color.
look.
Right. Exactly. Like my mom used to say, you can be green and from Vulcan. I don't give a fuck. I care about your character. I care about your morals. I care about those kind of things. We don't even have to agree on everything. You know what I mean? What has taken place today was not right. And you can't change. You can't change my mind on that. You can have the strictest gun laws, but criminals will still find a way to get in. On that, it's funny because I've been thinking about recently, there's my grandfather who's a World War II veteran. He had a magnet on the refrigerator at his house growing up that I saw quite a bit. And it said, "Good guys with guns, stop bad guys with guns." Because if you think you can get guns out of the hands of bad guys completely by taking away gun rights, you're sorely mistaken. I hate to say it, but it's not gonna happen.
Just literally make it where we can't defend ourselves, and to kind of
Doesn't mean you shouldn't
continue
have
off of
them.
that.
Oh, for the gun laws, So like, I think they could definitely do better background checks on gun laws and stuff like that. But also, if you have somebody that comes to you with a clean record, completely no like crimes in their life, they're no felonies, they're fully legal to like buy a gun or whatever. Even if you do like a full background check, and the person decides to use the gun for something bad, just if they look clean on paper, it's like, oh, there's nothing preemptive saying that they're gonna do this thing, you know. So it's like you don't know. That's why guns need to be more open because, oh, strict but more open because if they're not open, then who's gonna like stop a bad guy from shooting you? You know.
Exactly.
Right.
Because like even if you have it strict to like where you do full background check, psychology analysis, psychopaths are psychopaths, man. And like most time, like serial killers, things like that, they're all like super calm, charming people in everyday life, but they just have like a dark side that like they can hide.
And they've had years of practicing.
Exactly that
growing
too.
up
The
as
background
kids.
checks also won't stop it. I watched an entire documentary. It's kind of off topic but related. I watched an entire documentary on these things called ghost guns. And in other countries where you can't get guns legally or whatever, like at all, they literally have people in other countries that like make guns basically from just a bunch of old parts and stuff, put it together and sell it to these criminal enterprises.
I'd say piggybacking off of that a little bit too. Speaking with some family, it kind of seems, along with the question as well, right before he got shot, getting asked about the mass shootings and stuff, and then within seconds of that question, he got shot. It kind of seems a little, I don't really know the word for it, I guess, but just too close.
It's almost ironic, but not in
Yeah.
a good way, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's ironic.
Yeah, but to continue with that, we're kind of thinking, like, could this be another push for gun laws more so to restrict access and whatnot, and then lead to where just criminals are able to get it. But then if you look back in history as well, every country that came to dictatorship or like communism, and genocides, all that stuff has stemmed from gun laws that prevent their people to own a gun and defend themselves against a tyrannical government, which is what the First Amendment was initially made for anyway.
Right.
So
Targeted.
yeah, I don't know if this is like obviously it's an assassination, but is there more motive behind it too as well, besides just getting out like one of the biggest voices for young Americans, That's
Yeah.
kind of...
Well, that's piggybacking off of young Americans. I personally believe, and even Trump admitted, Kirk was the one who helped him get the young vote, especially the young male vote. He admitted it when he got elected. Charlie Kirk played a hand in helping DT get elected.
I think he single-handedly helped flip PA.
Yeah, him and
he did a lot of work.
Yeah, there was him and one other person. I don't remember his name.
Vivek was with them too, but I can see who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name either.
Yeah, he was. Sorry, give me just a second. I want to remember his name. I'm picturing him. He's got long hair. Scott Pressler. That was his name. Yeah, between Scott Pressler and Kirk, I believe they did flip PA for Trump. So,
just imagine where we'd be if that didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know. So
I don't know.
I really love what Trump had to say for his send-off message for Kirk, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. I think that was well put by Trump as well.
I also think it was a very powerful thing for him to ask for flags to be put at half staff until Sunday at 6.
Yes.
I think that was a really good move on his part. Because either way you flip the coin, this is a sad ordeal. A man lost his life today doing what he loved, fighting for what he loved, his country, his God, his country, and the people. So, so tragic those kids one day are going to have to see their father get it. Yeah, it is tragic. That will forever be on the internet. It's not going away. And it's gruesome. There's so many angles, so many videos. And Chad, I'll say it again. If you haven't seen the video, I don't recommend you go watch it. It's rough. If I was Eric, I'd get the powerful people to scrub that from the internet as much as possible.
I don't see. I'm very split down the middle with that opinion, just because. Yes, I would hate for the family to see all that, but at the same time, it's something that needs to be recorded. It's almost something that needs to be publicized. Maybe the actual video, scrub it, but it needs to be known. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I agree
As a
with you
mom,
on
I can't
that.
see that, which is fair, and I get where you're coming from, but I think it's also part of I don't know. It's just things like that need to be documented in a way, I guess. In the worst way. Obviously, it sounds awful and it's terrible to document things like that, but things like that need to be documented. Same with shootings and stuff like that. It needs to be documented so that we can learn from it and stuff like that.
Well, she said, "I understand." Unfortunately, now
Yeah,
Becky.
no, I said, I don't want the family to see that. I can't imagine if something happened to me and my family had to watch that. That's just not something I'd ever want for my family. But yeah.
Now, Becky, I understand where you're coming from. I've had family fight too, but more of where I'm coming from of fighting for his country is fighting for the same beliefs I have, fighting for democracy, fighting for rights, fighting for the Constitution, things like that. So don't take me as he fought for his country physically. He fought for his country verbally. Let me correct myself if that makes any sense. So, and Becky, I know we probably don't have the same beliefs, and I definitely respect your beliefs. But just in my opinion, we shared a lot of the same beliefs, goals, aspirations for our country, things like that. So that's where I'm coming from with that. But either way you flip the coin, what happened today is tragic and should not have happened.
Yeah, dude, I was looking through a Reddit thread on it. Dude.
Oh my God, so
This is
bad.
actually kind of gross, honestly. It's I don't know. People are for example, somebody's rest in piss, bozo. You won't be missed. Bro, that's fucked. Off of politics in general, off of everything political related. That's just fucked, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gave a voice to us for those who don't have one.
I'm I'm not necessarily saying they're on the same level. So yeah, he that's what I mean is he verbally fought for his country, fought for his beliefs, fought for once was the beliefs of this country. So that's all I mean is
Yeah, you kind of mean it in the way where it's fighting for your country isn't just only on the battlefield, because wars can also be won and lost in the public's view,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like look at like Vietnam, kind of for example. Kind of so like everybody like, oh no, when the Vietnam soldiers got back, they weren't treated very nice, you know. And it's just kind of public sways like things like that too. And it's like not even saying like war, obviously, because that's not what I mean. But I'm saying like in general, like the publicity is like a lot of every like debate topic kind of thing. I guess I probably said that terribly to where it's like
No,
not
that makes
understandable at
sense.
all. But
No, that makes sense. He changed the culture among so many men. Yeah, no, I agree, Lynn, 100%. He definitely changed culture. I mean, even with me, the more I listened to him, the more I understood, the more he kind of um, turned me more into that direction of understanding. So, um, it's literally risky. I saw a comment that someone said, "Haven't you learned you're not supposed to hit the neck, hit the head?" Yeah, shit like that is really fucked up. That's where you lose me, right? That is where you absolutely lose me. I can't do it. So, I understand, but I believe it's a bit insulting that Trump lowered the flag for him.
How's that
I
insulting?
can't agree with you there because he has contributed a lot to our country with what he's done with his debating, with his uh, Turning Point USA, Turning Point Faith. There's another one in there. How he's brought college kids together. Like he's done. He hasn't necessarily physically fought for our country, but he's definitely done a service to our country. So I don't believe it being disrespectful or insulting that he lowered the flag for him. I can't necessarily agree with you on that.
And
All
if
his
you
debates were respectful, even when questioning those that came at him disrespectful. I absolutely agree, 100%.
I
let's
see.
see,
I see where you say soldiers being the key word. That was just an example. I used probably a bad example to kind of like argue my point there, I guess. But like I don't know. It's like the same thing with like. Yeah, no, no, you're right. I used a terrible example for that. That's why I said it was kind of confusing. I had another example, but I lost it. I'm not very good at political debates. I'm just here to throw in random 2 cents from somebody who's kind of in the middle of like politics that isn't looking at this from a political side. I was
The
just trying
fact
to
his
expand on
daughter.
what like yeah,
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You were expanding on.
like what
Oh,
you
what
were
we were saying. Yeah,
yeah, what
I
were
got
they were
you.
talking on. I didn't mean to like
Okay.
yeah.
No, no, you're good.
so
The
I
fact
just
his
kind of
daughter saw their own dad getting shot and his wife too breaks my heart. If that's the case, I haven't seen any reports of that. If that's the case, that's even more heartbreaking and even more reason of why this is wrong. Why are we forgetting the hate speech he loved to push on as well? See, but so that would be your opinion, right? To you, it's hate speech. To you, you don't share his beliefs. To me, I believe he was getting our beliefs across. Um, it's a belief for a reason. We have morals, and
we got the First Amendment for a reason.
yeah, these black people are taking positions away from deserving white people. I can link the video if you like. I wouldn't consider that hate speech, and really, I wouldn't consider that hate speech. I'd consider that him. The thing about Charlie Kirk is he always comes from facts. He has facts that backs everything he says up. So if he says something like that, he obviously has facts to back that up of why he would say something like that. So I've actually probably already seen that video. I've watched a hell of a lot of Charlie Kirk.
Let's see, and if y'all don't mind me backtracking
It's
a
an
little
opinion.
bit,
Stop being so sensitive. Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead, Blake.
so they're talking about kind of disrespectful to go half-mast flags for Charlie Kirk. My opinion on that is it's not disrespectful in any way. The man did a lot for this country, like Renee was saying as well. Not physically, but definitely emotionally, and getting to the young people in the country and reminding them what this country was built on. Uh, but if you find that disrespectful, I just want to ask: did you find it disrespectful when they half-mast or half-staff flags for George Floyd? That's my next question. Like, he didn't. That gentleman, he didn't deserve to die either. And I'm gonna start that off at the very beginning. uh, but there was several states that did half-staff for him, and I mean, he was known for things that weren't beneficial for our country and for the youth and future. You know, just curious on how they feel about that.
I'd like to give you 3 genuine props because I can't give someone empathy part 1. That said, the concept was a new age man made concept. Yes, I did. Yeah, see, that's the main point, though. Thank you for coming back to that point. Becky, I'll hit what you're trying to say in a minute because I'm not necessarily putting together what you're saying. He should not have been killed. That's the main point. I don't care what side of the aisle you are on. I don't care what your belief is. Political violence is not okay in the slightest. It's not. But here's the thing. Anybody that spews their beliefs, because it's not just rhetoric, it's his beliefs that have been backed up by facts. And if you pay attention to his videos, you can see those. It could be very problematic on either side, right? I don't see Hillary Clinton getting shot at whenever she did her speech, and we didn't necessarily agree with it. I didn't see Joe Biden get shot at for his beliefs. If you can show me where his facts were debunked
I
and
actually wonder
unfounded,
which
I would
facts,
like
'cause,
to
like,
see
I'm
that.
very in the middle, but I just want to see, like... Now, if you tag us, is it like a full, like, debate, like a full, like, section of the debate on the same topic, or is it, like, just cut?
I agree.
Well,
Sapphire, thank you very much. Facts at the end of the day, that man's not going to see his family anymore. And they're not going to see him.
Because
Those
of what you
children
said,
are going to have to grow up without a father, which is really bad and really fucked up because that man did nothing but talk about how vital it is to have the father in the home. Now his children have to grow up without a father. Oh, thank you. That's Logan. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate it. It is crazy. He asked how I felt about George Floyd flag lowering, if I was upset about that. My answer is yes. Okay.
Fair
Okay.
enough,
Well, I mean, if you can be
Thank
on that side, then I can understand where you're coming from. I just can't necessarily agree with that. But he refused to back down. Again, I can tag you. If you can, absolutely tag me. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. If you can find it, absolutely tag me on there, Reneenee13. And I'd love to look into it because I watched a lot of Charlie Kirk and a lot of Charlie Kirk videos, not just from his perspective, but from other people who have reacted to Charlie Kirk and his things. And it has not been that. So if you can do that, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it.
I think it's also in the way
Hi,
that's
Logan.
kind of getting
Thank you for joining.
misconstrued or whatever. Like, I don't know. I'd feel the same way if, like, somebody that was, like, a political voice for the left side, like, say Hassan, even though I don't like the guy, I don't like his opinions that much or whatever. If he got shot just because he was talking about what he was talking about, I wouldn't celebrate it, type shit. I think it's more just like, it just sucks that a man died today type thing.
If she's talking about DEI, then yes, that's what DEI sort of ended up doing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it, chat. And how Cameron put it and Blake have put it. It's not okay that anyone dies for their political view. And I don't mean to necessarily refer to him, or put in the same light as MLK, but MLK was shot for speaking his truths and speaking his rights and what he believed in. And I feel that in somewhat of the same form, not necessarily on the same level, please hear me on that, chat. The same thing happened to Charlie Kirk today. And it's disgusting. It's inhumane. So. Rights that Charlie Kirk disagree with. Mind you, MLK fought for DEI. That's fine. So you're reading into what I'm saying, okay? What I'm saying is we have people fighting for their beliefs, for their rights. And that's my big problem here, okay? I even if you don't agree with Charlie Kirk, even if, I'd still, like I said, I'd love to see what you have on that so I can dig into that. I'm one for more information. Then I'd like to see that. But yeah. He thought differently than you, though, and that makes me so sad. I wish he believed what you three. He thought
Can't even see that
differently
whole
than you,
comment. It
though.
disappears on mine.
Yeah, I can't see the whole thing either. Becky, dig into that on me, because if I'm thinking what you're saying is that Charlie Kirk believed different than us, and if that's the case, then there's a
There's a
character
character
limit.
limit.
Yeah,
Oh, that makes sense.
Becky, if you can break it up a little, I can catch up to it and see what you're saying. Just give me a little more on that. So then, why do you bring
I'm not.
anything up when you say that? But he fought for others not to have rights. I can't necessarily agree with that. I don't. If I may ask, who do you believe that he fought for not to have rights? If you can tell me that, I can dig more into what you're talking about. Blake, you got anything?
No, I just had a new thing pop up uh, about that Omar dude that posted about Charlie coming to the school.
Yeah.
So anyone that hasn't seen it, this gentleman on, looks like it's his Twitter, Omar, his tags right here, it's Najra Galvez. I don't even know how to pronounce that last part, but he said Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. Really hope someone evaporates him literally, and then follows up by commenting on his own post and says, "Let's just say something big will happen tomorrow." And following that, they got a post of his stuff, selfie in the mirror. It's just kind of going back to, again, like, didn't they ask about trans shootings or something too, Renee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it appears the person that made that post is, which hopefully it's not that person, but the fact that they tweeted that and then very next day.
Right.
Thank you.
People need to take those threats seriously. Absolutely. What I don't understand is we've got these programs on social media that can filter things you say and like give you bans and
Yeah, I
temporary
mean they're pretty much
suspensions and
tracking
things
and
like
selling
that.
your data all the time, anyways. So.
Right. But they can do that, but they can't catch when somebody says something as wild as that, when they're threatening somebody. You know what I mean? Like, can we not? Are there not people watching those kinds of things? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we need to look into that.
Oh, I will say that is also kind of a rocky road at the same time, though. Just because of the fact that, like, I don't know if they just start watching everything you do online. It's like, say you make a joke with your friend that's a little edgy or whatever, bam, FBI knocking on your door or something, you know?
I mean, to kind of go off that, like, I feel like they're monitoring it a lot less closely than they used to. I know back in, was it middle school, computer class, they said, like, they had a story about a kid that was looking up, like, assassination for a president or something, and, like, within 15 minutes of that search, they had FBI and the cops at the school. So, like,
I feel like there's probably certain phrases like the government or like NSA or some shit has to have fucking like flagged.
right.
That if you like Google it, that Google like automatically alerts somebody kind of thing. I don't. There has to be some kind of stuff like that.
It should be anyway.
Right in the jugular is just a wild.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. Yeah, right in his carotid artery. So, like I said, whatever side of the political aisle you stand on, political violence is not okay, and what happened today surely is hell not okay. It's Actually disgusting in my opinion, if you really want to ask me.
I think it's worrying as like an American citizen because it's like, because if you're radical left or radical right, you're wrong. I just want to say that, like, where it's like to the point where you'll willingly kill somebody, that kind of radical. I don't know. I think, I think it's just kind of worrying as an American citizen knowing that like you can't even like preach your thoughts and feelings, even if you disagree, even if you have people that disagree with you and stuff like that, that you can't preach it without like getting shot.
Right.
Like I hope that doesn't happen to like any like left political activist, any right political activist. It just shouldn't happen, you know. Like America's a
I rejoice.
supposed to be a free
God was
country.
good today. The fuck do you mean by that, Kings? You know,
See, dude, that's just like
there's no need for that.
that's just weird.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie, that's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't go to bed, like I couldn't go to sleep at night if I said something like that.
Yeah, Kings, I don't know how you can even look in the mirror every day if that's how you feel. You shouldn't be sitting there. How did he justify mass murder? Please explain.
Well, I can
Or
tell you
mass
probably what
shootings
he's
of
going to bring
substance.
up, and it's going to be, you know, his his quote, and it says, "I think it's worthy to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. This is a prudent deal. It is rational." I think that's probably what they're going to refer to. We just dropped a T-shirt in his memory. R.I.P. Charlie. Bro, you carry a 4X legit attire? I'll buy one from you.
Can you put Reneenee on it though?
Yeah, if you've got any proof of actual him inciting that stuff or justifying it, please.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing with like
He also
how
supported
the internet
Israel in
is now.
genocide. Well, I mean,
Where?
most politics, like political figures and stuff, support Israel. They're one of our longest standing allies. I'm not 100% in agreement with Israel either, you know, and the fact that he supported a genocide, I don't think he supported it more so than explaining what actually happened. Or if you're talking about like what's going on with in Gaza and stuff, King.
Yeah, I look with that, you know, I if you ever think you're going to be able to stop violence, you're not. If you ever think you're going to stop bad guys by taking gun laws away or gun rights away, you're wrong. It's not going to happen. Have you seen these cartels? Have you seen these gangs? If they want to get their hands on something, they're going to get their fucking hands on something. Tell me I'm wrong.
It goes all the way back to
Israel's
prohibition.
done nothing for us and are not our allies.
They're labeled an ally, so they're an ally.
Yeah, they're literally labeled an ally.
Yeah, I think it's because they're like, yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I necessarily agreed with Charlie on everything with Israel.
Yet, number one unalivings of children is guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Here,
Hit me with the fact. Hit me with the stat.
I got you. I'm about to pull it up right
Say it
now.
louder,
I'm about to show it live, so there's
yeah.
nothing.
How many of our shootings have been from cartel, though? As of late, it's a teenage white boy.
You know, firearms surpass as the leading death.
Take away suicide, though.
Not true. How many of our shootings? Okay, but hold on. You're reading into what I'm saying. It was an example. What I'm saying, Kate, what? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just kind of expanding on that shooting thing or whatever. Without accounting for suicide, mind you, this is, I'm going to go into a .gov thing in a little bit here, but just from like the overview that like the AI gives you, I'm digging into it more, but without accounting for suicide, the number one cause of death for children in the U.S. is unintentional injuries, also known as accidents. In recent years, firearms have surpassed, but without accounting for this, yeah, whatever. So yeah, without accounting for suicide.
Yes, the
Death
U.S.
among
has one of the
children.
highest guns per capita, and that's because we have our Second Amendment right. So, glad that you can see that. But anyway, you heard it from him. It's accidental injuries. It's not guns. If you take out
Yeah,
suicide.
so right here, this
So
is
That's what
on
Lynn just said.
remove
Medline
Suicide King, and you're not even close, my friend.
This is on medlineplus.gov. Medlineplus.gov. So it's a government site that has actual statistical information of like deaths and stuff. So 1 to 4 years, accidents, unintentional injuries is the number one. 5 to 9 years, accidents, unintentional injuries, cancer, homicide. 10 to 14 years, accidents is number one. Number two is suicide from 10 to 14 years.
Yeah.
Which I think isn't anything against guns. I think it's about our mental health care system in the United States. That's actually a
100%.
very
Yep,
alarming
and
thing.
how we're raising our children, absolutely.
Yeah, that it is important to watch teens for signs of stress, depression, and open community. Okay.
I appreciate you stopping
And
in, King. You just
Becky,
bounce out
it's
and
not
move
just
the-
teenage white boys. If you look at these shootings, it's not just teenage white boys. It's a wide variety of people with different beliefs. There's people on the left. There's people on the right. So the comment was made because Renee said that criminals like the cartels would do anything to get their hands on guns. I know what you're
No,
saying.
I think she was just using an example with the cartel thing, you know, because like criminals are gonna get guns one way or another, whether that be through cartel, literally building their own. Because I mean, you see the shit that people do with Nerf guns on YouTube. Imagine what fucking engineers can do, right?
Right. My other
All
thing
that
with that
shit,
is, like, okay, we have, okay, here's another example, Becky. Mentally ill people registered as mentally ill are not supposed to get weapons.
How would you know? And,
Most
and
of
now
our
that
latest
people can
school
3D
shootings.
print stuff too, there's people
Oh, I
literally
think
3D printing ARs and stuff. Like you don't need to go and buy a gun.
Oh no, that's yeah,
So whether
I kind of see what you mean, Becky. Sorry, I honestly didn't see your comment above that. I thought you were kind of talking on the topic we were on with that, but like I see it now with the teen shootings. I'm sorry to
With
cut off
teen
the end
white
of the
men,
second to
I
last
can
one, too.
understand that. Okay. But it's not just them. We have mentally unstable people that are getting their hands on weapons. And there's a lot of trans shooters though. What's crazy because they're such a small percentage. Who gives a fuck if the cartel gets guns? We should care more about our crimes at home.
a lot of drug
Okay,
crime
so-
especially stems from the cartel, and a lot of their members are here in the U.S. So
Right. So expand on that a little bit, Becky. What crimes at home should we be more concerned about? Should we be more paying attention to? School shootings, for example. Okay, so with that, what solution? I mean, the cartel is in some people's homes. Absolutely, absolutely. Look at some of our poorer neighborhoods across the U.S.
And I mean, you guys also live right in Texas too, so I'm sure you see a lot more like stuff because you're that close to the border with like all that shit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Armed security guards like we do everywhere else. I think
the shooter knew what he was doing. The shot was 200 meters away. News says it was a celebration shot. No, yeah, I'd agree that definitely was a trained shooter for sure. And then the fact that was it MSNBC. Yeah, I saw that too. They said that it was someone in the crowd celebrating. I thought that was way out of line.
We do that to guard literally anyone else. Yeah.
So I've got a solution for the
that's
school
kind
shootings.
of that's kind of a can of worms too, you know, because like I don't know. I think guard money, armed guards, yeah. So I think it's also the fact that like I don't know, because there's a lot of schools that also have liaison officers a lot too, and obviously it's not like exactly the same as like armed guards type thing, but I think that would also make school not feel like a school environment if you had armed guards at every door, you know?
Yeah, and
At the same time, I think I honestly just think America should invest more in its mental health care system, you know?
yeah, for sure. And so
Yeah.
you don't have a name, so I don't know what to call you, buddy. But I do agree. Whoever's happy with this is definitely not human.
Yeah, for real. It's literally like yeah, dude. This is why some people are happy about it.
Yeah, and
It just still blows my mind. It's like I don't know. I won't be happy if like say Biden was president if he got shot. I'd be like, damn, that's a tragedy. You shouldn't be shot for political views.
no,
And like I even
No.
like if I saw conservatives say that shit, it's like that's fucked up. You know,
Right.
it's just fucked up.
let's say, but so I don't really. I was kind of reading and talking to Aaron real quick, but I'm not sure if y'all touched on this. But in terms of my solution for school, like shootings and security, kind of get two birds with one stone. We've got a bunch of veterans that are having a hard time finding jobs and stuff. You know, make sure they're vetted, do the whole like mental check, all that jazz. Make sure they're clear enough to do the job, but you know you don't have to have them posted at every door, but have them literally two or three people. You know, have them just walk around the school armed during class. You know, the kids don't have to see them walking around the perimeter or even posted up
Right.
on a couple of spots. You know, these trained people are going to know when something's off. They know what to look for. You know, they've had to deal with the pressure of doing it under war and stuff. So, I mean, who better to protect our kids than the people that have protected our country?
Right.
Yeah, which I say,
Absolutely.
like you said, I think like you said, I think it's a really good idea that they'd have to be like mentally checked first, like mentally sound for sure, because like there's a lot of PTSD and stuff you can get from like being in combat or whatever. Like obviously, I've never been in combat. I don't plan on being in combat. I don't want to be in combat. I'm not built like that.
Right.
But like I know a lot of people that were in war and stuff, and like you can just tell like there's certain things that just like put them almost in a different world that like just doesn't look like a good time, you know. So I definitely think it'd have to be like a very thorough mental evaluation beforehand, especially being around kids and stuff like that.
I agree.
For sure.
Not a bad idea.
I think that'd be a good idea. I like that idea. So,
But again, I can also see why some parents would be kind of concerned with sending their kid to school if they have like armed guards kind of patrolling the area, you know, and it'd probably like, I don't know, if you say you're like new to an area, you know, like say you're a new family moving in and you find out the school has armed guards walking around it. That would just almost make me like I'm not a parent, but if I was thinking from a parent's perspective, I feel like if I like moved to a new area, the school has armed guards patrolling it. I don't know if I'd want to send my kids there necessarily because it'd make me think like, oh, maybe this is a really dangerous area or something like that. Yeah. See, yeah.
No, I can see your
Good
point
answer,
on
'cause,
that
yeah.
for sure.
I think it should also be on the parents to better lock up a lot of their fucking weapons. Cause my God, dude,
yeah.
it should
Yeah.
almost be a requirement to have. I almost think it should be. Not even almost. I think it should probably be a requirement to fucking like have a gun safe that your kids don't know
All
the
right,
password
Ards.
to. Cause like,
Right.
So
if you're not
oh, go ahead,
if you're
I'll
not
respond in
watching
a
your
second.
kids and you expect teachers and like other people to, no, that's not how that works. Parents should be way more aware of what their kids are doing online. That's crazy.
And
How
Ards,
disgusting, dude.
yeah, this dude,
That's
he
actually
said,
gross.
why everyone mad? All I did is a 360 no scope off a building. You just mad my KD up. Bro, we're here to have a respectful conversation about a great man and discuss
That's
what
okay, I
happened.
had
Not
s-
sit here and be like this towards someone who did so much for our country. And go ahead and take your laughy emoji ass out of here. I don't want people like this in my chat. Go ahead and get out.
Yeah, like a family lost a parent today, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 kids, bro.
Like, does this like genuinely? Do you feel better about yourself doing things like that? Like, actually,
So I'd rather sit
Yeah,
here
I've
with
got
0
somebody who
viewers
made
and have
a
someone like you in here, bro.
I've got somebody who made a fake Charlie Kirk account that says, "Ah, I'm burning with
Yeah.
fires and laughing. Ah, I'm burning with fires and 4 times." Which, you know what, buddy? I hope that makes you feel good, and I hope that makes you sleep at night, because guess what? That's not very nice of you. That's not very good of you. And I hope you get help. I hope you find God. So, what up, Brandy? Hey, y'all just got here. What the fuck? Today sucks. IDK. What y'all have talked about, but I'll be in and out, not home yet. Nope. We'll be happy to see you when you get home, Brandy. We'll be here for a couple hours, probably.
Hi, Brandy.
What the fuck's absolutely right? Hold parents responsible. Hold parents responsible.
Bye,
Hold
Ards.
parents
Didn't want you in
responsible.
here anyway, dog. Get blocked. So, not gonna sit here. Just again, for both sides of chat, we're not here to sit here and celebrate something like this. You know, we're discussing a very sad moment and what will go down in history as a very sad moment for sure.
Yeah.
So please be respectful. You can comment, you know, say what you feel, but don't sit here and, you know, I just did a 360 no scope while you mad. Like get the hell
Yeah,
out of here.
making
with that
light
shit.
of
This is
a
not
father that died, a man who was a Christian. Like, even if politically you don't think he was a Christian, just because of your political views, whatever you think, a man was taken away from his family today. You know, like it's just not. This is not it. You know, that's just not like, I don't know. Exactly, as a husband and a father, exactly.
Get caught up on all the news. Yeah, me
I gotta
too.
get all. Yeah, no, I think the death penalty should be, but I don't. Yeah, I think there should be death penalty for certain situations for sure.
Yeah, I agree,
But I
Audrey.
think
He was a
like
God-loving
there's a
man.
very fine line with that, you know, because it's like, I mean, start with the death penalty, and next thing you know, we got the Salem witch trials again.
I feel like, you know, you take a life,
really,
you don't,
but-
you take a life, you give your life, especially in this case.
Honestly,
you know.
yeah, taking a life and then trading your life.
Like, I mean, that
It's
may
almost
sound
fair,
fucked
it's-
up, but I mean, you're not gonna be able to bring that person back. You're not gonna
Right.
be able to right your wrong in any way. You know, there's the death
See,
penalty
Becky,
is
I
there for a
also
reason.
agree with that, because I live in a very hunting like focused area. Our area's too big on hunting to the point they allow their children way too much access to guns. Yes, I agree. There, especially like where I live, it's literally like 99% of the people that live where I live are hunters, right? Hunters and fishers. And so yes, I agree with that, but I also think maybe after hunting season's over, you lock them bad boys up unless you're personally going to shoot with them, you know? I still feel like a parent should be responsible for where they're, even if they bought the gun for their kids, I think they should be able to, I think they should, you know, only allow them a gun, an actual weapon, during hunting season, you know? Like, you
Yeah.
shouldn't, like, I know there's a lot of people when I was growing up that have their like shotguns and stuff just mounted on the wall or like mounted in the room or something. And even as a kid, I was like, that should probably be in a gun safe, because like my parents, when I was growing up, they always kept their guns safe, away like from, you know, they always kept their guns like put away, just set away, and then we'd only take them out of the safe. I didn't know a code to it. It was just we had a couple shotguns, a rifle, some pistols, all in a safe. I didn't know the code. If we went in shot, we'd go shoot. Now I have my own guns, but I also don't have kids and I live alone. So I have my guns out in the open, but also I'm not going to go do like a shooting, you know, I'm not going to... And I know where my guns are, and there's nobody in my house that can get access to my guns that I wouldn't trust to have my guns, you know, like, and I know parents can be like, oh, my kid's all like mature and stuff. No, they're not, you know?
Yeah.
It's just,
Mm.
ugh.
Also,
We
I
should
think we
not
should just
pay
start
for
fighting
someone-
parents, honestly. To be and like, I think we should also start boxing parents again.
So, you
He
know
was a
what?
husband and a father. Where'd it go? We should not pay for people to live 20 years before we delete them. I agree. My views
What
are
if
in the middle of
such-
the political spectrum. I do not support this. I agree, absolutely. Thank you, Caitlin. Well, I definitely don't agree with gun access for children. My guns are locked up tight. Absolutely, it's exactly how it should be. I don't think anyone deserves to die like that. I also think it shouldn't be that easy either. I can see where you're coming from. What if Sunshine goes AWOL
Yeah,
one day?
dude, that's what I was geeking at, bro.
Right?
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
Sunshine just all
Yeah,
over
dude,
the
next thing
house.
I know, I'm gonna wake up and Sunshine's gonna like fucking do a backflip off the top of Rust and quickscope me, dude. I'll be pissed.
Golly.
Audrey, to touch on your point, Audrey, that was something I'm thinking about too. You know, like there is at some point you can teach your children how to handle those things and how guns work, the rules of guns, things like that. There can be teaching behind it that can help solve a small portion of these problems. So I definitely agree with you, Audrey. Mental health, mental health, mental health. Absolutely, Lynn. Mental health is a huge issue in our country, and that's really where I think a lot of our issues stem from, and we really got to work on that. Sunshine one night.
Dude, I mean, she do be like staring at me weird in the middle of the night.
Jesus,
Bad
right.
people
Bad
do
people,
bad
yep,
things.
exactly.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was saying, Caitlin. I was talking about how there was a magnet on my grandfather's fridge that said, "Good guys with guns, stop bad guys with guns." So, you know, and like I said, bad people will always get their hands on guns no matter what. So, and I'm not saying everybody needs to suit up with guns, but like people who want to shouldn't have that right taken away from them if they're capable. So, like we live in Texas. Texas is a open carry state.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
we-
you're talking about the
We
Ukrainian.
got more
girl.
guns than people.
Yeah. Then there's the girl who got stabbed in the neck for being white. That video was really hard for me to watch because she sat there and there was no help for her. Like everyone just walked away.
Just watch.
So that was really hard.
Yeah, I
Then
saw
there's
the
the shooting at the
today
high
as
school
well.
in today in Colorado. I saw that after Charlie Kirk got shot. I saw that too. It's the times we're
world's
living
end.
in, man. She died in silence alone. Yeah.
Yeah,
she did.
literally not a single person got up and did anything. There was multiple people in the video on that train that she literally, or bus. I don't. Was it a train or a bus?
It was
I
a
think
train.
A train. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, but yeah,
Tram or
she literally
whatever.
she's just chilling there and then just stabbed, like just stabbed in the neck. There's too much violence. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, no, the world's scary, man. Like, as somebody who's very in the middle, just watching both sides, like, it's almost like watching both sides kill each other almost at this point. It's kind of fucked. It's really fucked. Not even kind of fucked. It's wild.
It's just people killing people.
Literally, yeah, it's not, yeah, exactly. It's not even political anymore. It's literally just everybody's gone fucking batshit crazy.
Then there was the little girl who got stabbed for wearing a cowboy shirt at the Eagles game. I didn't
What?
hear anything about that. Cameron will start.
Huh?
I'm gonna have Cameron look it up and tell us where.
Yeah, I got you.
Find that
now.
for me.
Empathy has done too much damage
Are
to
you for
society.
real?
Wish I could be empathetic. Okay.
Yeah, and my husband told me about that. Oh my god. Ooh
Yeah.
wee, man. Yeah, and I know why that person in your chat said that, because they're on this road about Charlie Kirk and empathy. So
Yeah.
I probably should have fact checked it first, so he could be wrong. Okay, catch you on the next one,
I
Becky.
just.
Love ya.
Bye, Becky.
Yeah, fact check. that
Okay,
one
I just
for
looked
me.
up the thing. It doesn't say how old she is though on this one. Let me see.
She's
if I can
definitely a
find it.
minor then, I'd say. If they won't give an age.
Oh no, it says Jamie Ward, a 27-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so. Okay,
That's
so
still a
Jamie Ward.
27-year-old. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Jamie Ward, a Lily Valley, Pennsylvania woman, says she was assaulted while wearing a Dallas Cowboy jerseys in Bethlehem, approximately 60 miles north of Philadelphia. According to Ward, two men in Philadelphia Eagles jerseys came up to her and cut her face with an unidentified object. One of the assailants allegedly shouted a reference to her Tony Romo jersey. The Cowboys eliminated the Eagles from the playoffs on Saturday after dealing them a crushing loss the week before.
How old is this?
Wow.
And then there's a Fox 29, so from Philly or whatever.
Just here to say, regardless of beliefs, this is just so sad. My heart hurts for his family. Absolutely, I can agree with you, Brittany.
Mhm.
Thank you for so much. It's definitely hard. It's definitely I mean, no matter who, it's not okay.
Yeah, no.
First thing that does make me mad about younger generation violence is the parents. I can
Dude,
agree. I
as
can
somebody who
agree.
works customer service, dude, every time I see a mom come in with, or mom or dad or whatever, parent come in with their batshit crazy kid, dude, I'm just like, it just reinforces the idea of why I don't really want to have kids. And obviously, there's ways to raise them properly and stuff like that. And I'm sure any parents like that are amazing parents, honestly, because most of the people in here sound pretty sane of mind. So you know. But it's like, man, sometimes I see it, I'm just like, that's fucking wild. It's just like,
They just
Yeah.
let them run around, take shit off the shelves,
I-
throw it around, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly, just acting like delinquents, dude, and they just do nothing about it.
I could never take someone's life. I'll never understand how someone thinks it's okay. It's just not. I agree. It's not. Today was murder. Today was cold-blooded murder. It was an assassination, and that's what it needs to be called.
And
I read something that said parents are so worried about repeating things that their parents did that. Oh, she's gonna finish typing.
we need to have more justice instead of slap on the wrist and talking to. Yeah, no, yeah, Mom, we definitely agree on that. Got to start having some people brought to justice, either put behind bars or something. Something needs to be
Absolutely.
done to make an example so this stuff can stop. You know, Glenn Beck said it best. He said, you know, they tried with Trump. They didn't successfully do that. They tried, you know, destroying him just by taking him to court and bankrupting him and labeling him a felon. That didn't work. And now they move on to Charlie. And, you know, he said,
Yeah.
who's going to be next? Like, they're just going to start picking us off one by one. So,
Yeah. So Caitlin said, I read something that said parents are so worried about repeating things their parents did that they do the opposite and gentle parent to become friends with their kids. I agree. You know, I believe there's a line with that, right? Like, um, you can teach your kid in some aspects without having to be aggressive, but at some points when they're not listening and you need to guide them, you need to direct them, you need to be that person, then you need to do it. I'm not saying you got to beat your kids. You know, I'm not even, you know, some people believe in ass spankings, some don't. That's up to the parent, but um, just letting, like, even examples of, you know, a teacher calls from school and says, hey, you know, your child is being blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't know what to do. They're ready to blame the teacher. What'd you do to my child? Why are they acting like that? Why do you think they're acting like that? Because you're the one that's with them majority of the time outside of school. So what are you doing that's continuing or causing them to act that way? So I 100% agree with you, Caitlin. There's definitely a line. You're a parent. You're not supposed to be your kid's best friend and bend to their wills so they love them. I agree 100%. Can't even go into large crowded events without worrying about a shooting. It's just sad. Oh, I 100% agree. I mean, look at all the places they've been. Concerts, political events, movie theaters. I mean,
churches.
it's kind of becoming like I don't know where is safe anymore. I'm thankful where I live. I know that, you know, 90% of the time we're pretty safe here, but you just never know. Churches, yeah, absolutely, I 100% agree.
To expand on that point where it's like any like big event you go to could potentially turn into a shooting. I went to an amazement not too long ago, and it was genuinely a concern of mine. Like, genuinely, I thought about that, and like the fact that I actually even had that on my mind when I went there is just kind of shows how scary the world is now. Cause like, I don't know, they weren't even really doing proper security checks or anything, bro. Like, they had a lot of, I will say, they had a lot of like guards and like event people on staff or whatever. Like, there's plenty of people armed there that were like part of the event. But it's just like, especially with the thing where people are dressing up and stuff like that. Some of the characters have guns, and some of those like guns are like airsoft or whatever. But some of them aren't. Some of them might even be real, and you never know, you know, because they could just like, oh, it's a prop or whatever type thing.
Right.
It's just like, I don't know, like there's some rules in place that kind of protect it, but it was genuinely a concern of mine, and the fact that I even had to like think about exit strategies type thing while I was there, like, dude, my anxiety and stuff was just wild to me.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dad. I appreciate it. Love the format more, please. Yes, you got it. I will work on it.
Yes.
Caitlin said,
When can I have steak again?
look at him, he's asking about your
Already.
steak. Caitlin said, it's consistent parenting, that's all. If you say no, it's no. If you make a promise, keep it. Consistency is key in parenting as someone who actively studies it and is pregnant. Absolutely, I 100% agree with you. Consistency is very important in parenting, and it's also important between both parents. You know, who is parenting the child. I come from two divorced families, or I come from divorced parents who got remarried, and with that, it became, they had to really work to be on the same page to keep us on the same track. I can't say it was perfect all the time, but consistent parenting between my dad and stepmom and my mom and stepdad was very important. So you give a warning with a consequence. Follow fully through with that consequence. Absolutely, I 100% agree. So, but with that, I'm gonna lead this back to.
Yeah, we
Still,
were completely just wee.
Yeah, I'm still completely shocked at what has happened today. What happened today to James Kirk was an absolute tragedy. Also, I'd like for somebody to fact check, was his middle name because James Kirk because of Star Trek? I need somebody to fact check that.
I got you.
Because if so, that's ironic and I love it even more. But Charlie Kirk was a wonderful man who stood for what he believed in and spoke what he believed in, and really spoke life into young adults of our generation and younger. And I am devastated, almost deeply saddened by what has taken place with him being assassinated. It was cold-blooded murder. I'm going to repeat that over and over because we need to, you call a spade a spade. What happened today was cold-blooded murder. It was an assassination, and it shouldn't have happened. I don't care what side of the coin you're on, side of the aisle. I don't care what you believe in. It's not right, morally, spiritually, logically. It's not right. Mom says no, you don't ask Dad, and follow through is key as well. Absolutely, I agree. So, if YouTube could give me a stat on how many hours I've sat and listened or watched Charlie Kirk, it would probably be a substantial amount.
It literally just says a metric fuck ton on it.
Right, that's probably ABC, good on that.
I don't
Or
remember
alphabet.
I don't
They
remember
call
the
them
last
ABC,
day.
but they're alphabet.
I honestly don't remember the last day I haven't seen a Charlie Kirk video.
Right.
I will say I wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't like a huge fan of Charlie Kirk. Like, I agreed with a chunk of his points, like a good chunk of his points I agreed with. Like every time I like saw him like scrolling through reels or like when I'd watch it with Renee, So it's like, it's just, man, it's just sad, it's just sad.
Yeah. It's just as bad as JFK and MLK. Political killings are never good, and something always stems from them. Absolutely. To be completely honest, if you want the Renussi opinion, I'm afraid of what's going to come of this from, is this what's going to lead us to a civil war? Because from my opinion, where we've been leading between the differing opinions and different sides and how we can't talk anymore, this man can't even speak at a college campus like he's been doing for years, and he loses his life today over his opinion and beliefs and morals. Mm-hmm. It's appalling. And some of the things I've seen people say, even in my own chat, is fucking appalling. It's disgusting. The rhetoric behind it is, I hope you find what you're looking for in life, and I hope you find God. Because thoughts like that, that's all I can lead to is I hope God directs you in the right light from what evil you're battling. Because that's evil. And that's my opinion on that. Yes, and now a montage of the different angles of him being shot is going to play through my head. I the sleep I'm going to have tonight is going to be ass because I'm going to be doing nothing but thinking about those videos for a while, for a long time. September 10th, 2025 will be a day that I will never forget. That's what scares me. Look how World War One started. If you guys forget, yeah, no, absolutely. That's a great point, Caitlin. Absolutely. Look at how World War One started.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
What's up, Dodge?
I have come join the podcast.
Nice.
If that is okay with you three.
That's fine.
Yeah, if y'all wanna, I can link that Reddit post to y'all if y'all wanna see like what the fuck people are saying on that shit.
Not only your head, but his
Where-
wife. Yeah,
Where are we at?
I'm still waiting to find out if his wife and kids were actually there. Somebody earlier in the chat said his wife and kids were there, and if that's the case,
Yes, his
I will
wife
be-
and kids were there, but they were not on site.
well, I'm thankful if they weren't on site. I'm still sad to know that they were there, and that I will be praying for his wife and his kids and his family. Probably till the end of time. Probably till the end of time.
Grief will take a while for the wife, but the grief will never end for them children, only because of the fact of that the how do I say this? That was their person.
Yeah.
If you've seen in the pictures, the baby boy was always on mommy's hip. The baby girl was always in daddy's hands.
Yeah. I hope those
those
videos
videos
get
have
scrubbed
to-
like other assassination videos. It's crazy how viral and accessible they are. Yeah. As
I
much
saw
as I
at
would
least
like to hope,
100 scrolling through Facebook.
That's insane.
X is covered in them right now, and the problem is how many people were there and filming. It would definitely be hard to get rid of something like that. As much as I would want for that to happen, I just don't see it happening. I just see it getting reposted over and over and over for the rest of those babies' lives.
And another thing to add to that, yes, there might have been a lot of people recording.
Yeah, baby, I
But
agree.
no matter how many people delete that video, it will always
Oh, yeah, it'll
how
always be on the
technology
internet
is.
now.
it will always not only be on the internet but will be in their personal files. You can erase that phone as many times as you want, but you pull that script up, the FBI or whatever, it will show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what I was saying earlier, Caitlin, too. I think I'm very like split in the middle when it comes to scrubbing that video from the internet. Just because of the fact, I don't know. I feel like shit like that can't be hidden from the public. You know, like obviously, even with the video
It
scrubbed,
shouldn't be
even with the
hidden from
video
the
scrubbed,
public.
it'll still be like one of those things where like obviously you'll still have like text about it and stuff like that, but it's not gonna like, I don't know. I feel like especially in today's day and age with like how attention spans have gotten so much smaller, it's just like yeah, it's something that's important to have documented in a way. Like obviously it's bad, it's awful, but it's something that's should almost be kept documented just for the fact of like, I don't know, it helps other people see like what's really happening in the world, you know, like what's actually going on.
Right.
Yeah. Listen, as a mother for those children's sake, there better be an attempt to scrub it. I know it'll always exist, but it doesn't need to constantly come up on feeds for the next 5 years.
I agree
I can
too.
agree with that.
I
They
don't think it
need
should
to-
be promoted in the algorithm like it is for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, if anything, it actually needs to be like lower. Like they need to kind of.
And they can't say they can't
shadow
do that because
ban.
we already done see them do that shit to a bunch of other creators and
Yeah.
videos.
They need to like shadow ban it for sure. There can always be ways not to allow it on the platforms. That's also very true. I just don't think. I don't think it's something that's gonna happen, which breaks my heart to even think about.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be allowed at all. I mean, If you scroll through TikTok, even like just off of this topic completely, you find like fuck shit all the time. Just like scrolling through reels or like the internet in general, you know, like we'll randomly find that one fuck thing that just can't be filtered by the system, you know.
Yeah. I agree. I agree 100%. I just, I don't know. Charlie Kirk knew a lot of powerful people. Also very true. Every other post. Yeah, I know. Right now it's fucking rampant.
Yeah, it's bad
I don't
right now.
even
They
want to
need to
look at
do
my
something
social
about it like
medias with how
now.
rampant it is right now because I can't keep. It is already been hard enough to see that video as many times as I've had to. Well, not had to, but as many times as I've been subjected to it and the angles I've seen, and it's not a pretty sight, Chad. I'm going to say it again. If you have not seen the video, I do not recommend you going and seeing that video. It is
It is a trigger warning, and it is a very sensitive video.
Graphic.
It is very
absolutely,
gore. It is very unhumanly.
yeah. Yeah. Instead of the video of his death, his debate views should skyrocket. Yeah, if only the algorithm worked that way. But you know, I will say I'm sure they will because people just typing in Charlie Kirk for people who didn't know who he was and want to know who he was, know more about him or things like that. You know, I best believe I'm gonna be hitting some Charlie Kirk reruns and watching as much as I can because it was something I already previously enjoyed in my free time. So I do see them skyrocketing just due to the nature of their content with him being in it. And I
Gotta
will
get rid
say,
of him. He will be
yeah,
heard now more than ever.
yeah,
True.
yeah. Yeah, it's been a really rough day. I'm still kind of in shock, guys. This has been really shocking to me. Um, it's hard to really put a lot of words together at some points, just because I never wish this upon somebody, and I can't believe it happened to somebody that I consistently viewed their content, enjoyed, liked, things like that. So, no kidding. Do y'all think someone else knew that that person was going to assassinate him? Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
100%.
I wouldn't doubt it a day in my mind. Yeah, I see you, other Charlie Kirk account. You can go ahead and get out of here. I don't care about what you have to say. I don't subject myself to nonsense like that, so thank you. I hope you find God and I hope God guides you in the right direction. Because I feel like someone knew. I feel like someone knew too. Um I can't help to have that thought about a lot of these kinds of, the shooting with Trump, um, even back to MLK, JFK, things like that.
The
My
healthcare
neck hurts.
CEO.
Oh, yeah. All right, Zebo. Thank you. You can go ahead and exit the chat. I don't subject myself to nonsense, but thanks though. Historically, when this happens, the victim's message usually gets out more than when they were alive. Absolutely, I agree. I agree 100%. And just because of my beliefs and what beliefs I shared with him, I hope they do. I hope Charlie Kirk's word gets out there and people really listen to what he had to say because he had a really good message about any topic he had an opinion on. And he's a very knowledgeable man for someone who didn't go to college. Started Turning Point USA at the age of 18, and it has become such a huge program that he started across our country that I believe have brought high school kids together, or not high school, even high school, college. The young people, it has brought us together in aspects that, we're seeing more and more. So, just sad. It's a sad day, chat.
Bro.
Yeah.
For someone who said abortion is worse than the Holocaust, I truly don't think he was as smart.
Well, if
The
you
stats
do
on
the
abortion versus the Holocaust.
he did go to college, he dropped out, so technically he just didn't graduate. Probably when he had the
College
whole
is a
college
scam.
as a scam realization. You're right. You're absolutely right.
He was definitely a rep for younger Republicans. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Absolutely.
even if you don't agree with him, he was definitely like speaking the voices of what a lot of people felt. Obviously, if a lot of people didn't agree with his message and he was just some crazy like radical right wing, some like he would have a niche audience maybe, but it'd more be like a lol cow kind of status. Like people like genuinely respected his opinion and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, chat. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to hit a quick intermission because I need to use the restroom, and then we're going to come back and talk some more on it. Because I'm not done talking about it, and I'm not done getting the what Charlie Kirk would do, getting my beliefs out there, my morals out there, and the fact of how wrong this is morally, not just politically. So, with that, chat, we're going to be right back. Y'all stick with me. We're going to talk more on this. Don't go nowhere.
All right, chat. I'll also be back. Rory will respond to that whenever we get back as well. Appreciate everyone that stopped in so far. Just give us just a couple minutes, kind of refresh and get ready to go for a little bit longer. welcome back, chat. And say sorry for a little bit longer wait than expected. Appreciate everyone that stuck around. And guess we'll get back to it.
What's up, chat? We're back. If you can't tell by today's theme, I'm just gonna reiterate what I've said earlier when I started stream. Today we're just sitting here kind of talking about kind of somewhat political, somewhat newsworthy, somewhat informative. The death of Charlie Kirk, the murder, the assassination of Charlie Kirk today while he was at the University of Utah. If you haven't seen the video, I don't recommend you going and finding and seeing the video. It is brutal. It's scarring. There's so many videos, so many angles, and it's hard for me to watch. So, yeah, thank you guys for anybody who's joined. Thank you anybody who's liked it, shared it. I appreciate you guys very much. And yeah, we're just gonna keep talking about it and kind of go back and forth with you guys. So, and by the way, Kate, womp womp womp, you can get out of my chat. I don't entertain nonsense. Thank you.
Like a person genuinely died today. They had a family, wife, kids, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would, yeah, I'm going to be praying for them. And if you pray, if you're religious at all, I would ask if you would pray for the Kirk family, those children, his wife, his parents, his family in general. They're all hurting today. They all lost a brother, a father, a son, a cousin, a grandkid. I mean, that's hard. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care what your belief is. Murder is murder, and morally, that's not right. It's not okay.
So have we got an update on whether they for sure know that's the guy this time? By chance?
It's I have not checked. It's sad no matter who it is. If it was a young Democrat speaker, reaction should be the same across the board regardless of beliefs. Absolutely, I 100% agree. You know, if it was you know, even if it was, you know, say like Dean. I don't know if you guys have seen Dean on TikTok or on X. I don't agree with Dean in the slightest, but if he were to have been brutally murdered today, like Charlie Kirk was, I would also be deeply saddened that our world is that our country has come to this kind of violence, this political violence. It's a disgusting rhetoric if you are happy that this man lost his life today.
Yes, and long live Charlie Kirk, most definitely. And we are all humans, no matter what we believe in. We should never get to that point. 100% agree with that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caitlin, I don't think you were here when I was making the point earlier, but I was using the example, like, of a son who's, like, you know, a far-left activist, you know? And, like, I don't agree with very many of his points, like, at all. But, like, I don't think he should be shot for speaking his political beliefs.
Right.
Now, some of the stuff he does, I think he should be, like, I don't know, at least made fun of on the internet for.
Right. Which, I mean,
That's
they do.
valid.
I mean, look, Charlie Kirk was
Exactly,
just on
yeah,
an
exactly. That's the
episode
thing.
of
Like,
South Park
speaking
recently.
bad about somebody on the internet or, like, disagreeing with them, making fun of them
Yep.
is one thing. While they're, like, alive or whatever, making fun of their views is one thing. It's just, like, that's fine. But the second it translates into real-world violence, it's gone way too far. It's gone way beyond. It was too far, like, 6 steps ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, even deciding to plan this out, that's going too far.
Agreed.
Charlie Kirk's
Yeah, but
death
it's-
is
I
not
agree with
funny,
you.
but it sure is ironic.
Sorry.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. Exactly on the middle, more leaning Democrat, honestly, but don't think anyone deserves to die for what they believe.
Exactly.
Absolutely. You know, murder's murder, and I don't want to pay for the next 20 years for that guy to sit in jail.
Yeah, no.
I hate to be 100% honest, but that was planned with precision. That was a trained individual.
He knew what to use, and by the videos, you could hear not only was it a long-range rifle, but it was also a suppressed rifle. You can hear just faintly the shot ringing off. You hear it more. Trigger warning. You hear it more hitting him in the background than you hear the rifle going off.
I don't
I
feel
kind
like
of felt the same when the.
rewatching it to confirm, but I'll take your word for it.
I kind of felt the same when the CEO got shot. CEO is a bad person, but still didn't deserve that. I agree.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been
No
taken away
one.
from his wife and kids.
Yeah, no.
No one deserves to die, no matter who you are. You could be the worst person in the world. You don't wish death upon them, no matter who you are.
See, I think
And,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
and from what I was reading today and hearing from everybody posting about it, it someone even said not even the devil would do something like that. Not even the devil would have hatred for something like that. And that really says something. And it's just one of those things where it's
I believe the older white man that was detained was a diversion to try and let the actual murderer get away or try to. I agree.
I was saying that
actually
earlier.
agree on that. That may currently be a conspiracy, but I agree on that. 100%. The timing and question of the shot was also timed if you listen to the question asked beforehand. No, absolutely.
Yep.
Caitlin, I absolutely agree. He was asked about trans shootings and mass shootings and gang shootings right before he got shot. And before he could even get his answer out, like his full answer, is when it hit him, pierced him.
No, this is complete conspiracy on my part. What if it's one of those situations where, like, they ask the question almost as a signal for the shooter to shoot?
No, yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
then kind of
It
put
just seems
irony
planned.
to it.
Yeah.
And that's one of those sick people in the comments saying how ironic it's. Yeah, it like almost looks staged with the irony that was there, because like it is technically ironic in like the definition of the word, but not in like the the way people normally use ironic, where it's funny and stuff. It wasn't a funny situation at all, but there was irony in it, I guess I could say, just not in a good way.
hey guys,
Mhm.
never mind, I found it.
Yeah.
The fact his last words was gang violence is wild. Yeah, the timing is all, as Cameron was saying, there's too much irony in the situation. And the bad kind.
And it could just be completely coincidental. Like I said, it was just a conspiracy on my end, but it was just so like weird. You know, it's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so weird
The timing of
that
it.
it happened at that exact moment.
Yeah. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. I will be binge watching Charlie Kirk for probably the next few weeks.
I know that's what my feed's
With all these
gonna pretty much be
speculations makes
too.
it seem premeditated. Oh, I'm sure it's premeditated. Absolutely, 100%.
Have they seen that dude's tweet?
Yeah.
That made
Shooter
it
knew
real
there was
weird.
going to be a question
That is
about it
true.
eventually. That was one of his main questions he got asked. Yep.
That is
I
that
think,
is
you know,
probably,
Charlie, most
I think he's
definitely.
right.
That,
It could
that
be a
should never
signal.
happen to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it could have been like a signal for, hey, do it. Just fucking awful. And I'd like to see who they've got in custody now.
I think
it's
they-
not that old
I
watch.
will be,
I think the
I
person
will
that got
be right
who asked the
back.
question and then
Okay.
whoever videotaped like
Yep.
right in front, they should all be brought in for questioning. Like anyone who has video. It's giving JFK vibes. Yeah, most definitely. Some crazy shit going on.
IDK, if
I
it was a
don't know if it-
single or just the first time the gun question got asked.
Yeah.
Justice most definitely needs to be.
Oh,
Yes,
handed out here.
that's why I
Signal.
also said speculation and conspiracy, Caitlin, because it could have just genuinely been the shooter, like, figured that would be asked and just kind of waited for it, you know?
right.
I will fix my camera here in a second. I don't need any of
Real
us getting
shooter gotta
a-
be having military experience, maybe possibly former U.S. Marine. No, yeah, that dude was definitely trained in some sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
And then that old dude popping up right afterwards and basically reading his own Miranda rights to himself is really kind of crazy too. Kind of diversion like.
Mm-hmm.
The 60-year-old that was detained was the shooter of the two other murders in Mississippi, I believe. It was either Mississippi or Missouri.
He was highly skilled. Highly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know that. Didn't they, that old dude they detained, didn't they say that was for obstruction of justice or whatever?
Yeah. He got charged with that.
Let me see.
Cameron, you just hop into my
Thank
live
you guys for all the likes. Call me crazy, but Israel behind the attacks. Like this one too, you think? Why do you
What?
think that? He said, or H said, call me crazy, but Israel behind the attacks.
Oh no, I don't believe that.
He was too much in support of Israel for any Israeli to,
Says,
in my opinion, to come after him like that.
he says some rumors saying Charlie is about to blow whistle on Israel before he died. Do you got any? Can you possibly link something over so I can check that out too? I said I haven't heard anything on this.
The precise shot to his carotid artery is an accident or lucky shot. No, it's not. That's
There's no way
still
in
in
hell.
precision.
There was no way in hell that it was just a luck shot.
No,
That was an aimed professional shot that was taken.
through a crowd at a downward angle whenever he was already sitting elevated in the tent. I bet that was the only spot they had to shoot at.
Yeah, I'm
I
seeing
don't think
the
was he.
thing in your.
Oh yeah, he was in a tent. wasn't
And he was sitting up on a platform in a chair.
he? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a hard shot to make.
That's
That's a very, very difficult shot to make accurately. It's like
yeah.
it being luck is almost like completely out of the question because first off, from that distance, you already have to calculate for the bullet drop, right? And at that distance, the wind is going to have a genuine effect on your bullet. So you're going to need to like know all of that information before you make that shot cuz 200 like 200 yards, 2 football fields, right? Right? And for anybody that's not American and you don't use freedom units. Doesn't even feel like freedom units anymore. But so
Excuse me.
basically 200 yards is about let me look it up. I think it's like 180 meters. Yeah, 182 meters. Yeah, so 200 yards is about 182 meters. That's a very, very far shot to make. You have to calculate for bullet drop in there. You have to calculate for wind resistance. There's a lot of things you have to take into consideration when making that shot. It's like
Now we
and
have
I don't
two
think
very
any
sad days. Yeah, 2 very sad days in history back to back. Absolutely, we do.
for real.
Yep. Some reported it perfectly hit his carotid vein. That's some accurate, skilled shooting. No, absolutely.
Exactly. That's why you can't call it a luck shot. And Blake, I saw that thing in your chat where it's like some rumors say Charlie was about to whistle blow on Israel.
Yeah.
I know. I'm almost thinking if that is the case, obviously that is still just speculation, but if that is the case, it'd almost be like a trained like military sniper that they're like in cahoots with, type shit, or like an Israeli sniper almost.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which honestly, at this point in how the world's going, I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised.
No.
Honestly, no.
It'd be the same thing if like a left-wing activist died too. I wouldn't I'd almost suspect something else going on, not just like a random shooting. I almost feel like a lot of these shootings have just been really like suspicious and just like I don't know. That's a different topic though, completely. Just saying, the guy who shot Charlie Kirk was not. He knew his way around whatever weapon he was using. He knew what he was doing.
And
Oh,
where exactly to shoot too. I mean, shit. Human
Yeah,
body's not that
exactly.
easy to know.
Yeah, Caitlin said I agree, Cam. Yeah. I don't.
Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate that. Not many people do agree with me. He wasn't
wasn't
some random show that
joke.
for real. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He couldn't have been. There's no physical. There's literally no way that could have been a random guy that just
No.
decided to do that shooting.
Absolutely not. That wasn't just like, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna go shoot Charlie Kirk today. No, that is not what fucking happened. This was premeditated. This was
Cameron?
planned. And even I
good
saw
note-
something. Correct me if I was wrong.
On a good note today, at least, guys. We do have an end date if baby does not want to come willingly. His stay at
Willingly.
the inn. His stay at the inn is coming to an end. We have an induction date that I will post in chat because I'm not going to say it while I'm live. But coming
Congratulations.
soon.
Go Code Spot and everything. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Can you guys share the live? I'm not getting as nearly as much as I was beforehand.
No, yeah, for sure. They need to have extra security at the service and stuff.
Why is it not letting me repost?
Not even gonna entertain you, but
Caitlin said, dude, I'm only 17 weeks and 4 days and I'm already ready for this baby. That's funny. Come on.
well,
Yeah.
Okay, so this
I was gonna say,
this article was
haven't tried.
Oh.
Oh, you're good. Sorry, I'm responding.
No, you're good. So this article was posted September 2nd, and it says Charlie Kirk's planned Utah campus tour draws student backlash. A planned visit by conservative activist Charlie Kirk to YouTube. Oh my! Give me a second, chat. Let me collect myself.
Click the click the share button.
Okay.
And
A
then
planned visit by
be
conservative
able to put it to your
activist Charlie
story, I
Kirk
think.
to 2 Utah universities has prompted opposition from students and faculty, with the petition circulating at Utah State University calling on administrators to cancel the event. The petition, created on August 29th,
Yeah, we
argues that
definitely
Kirk's presence on campus would run counter to school's stated mission of fostering inclusivity. As of this week, more than 2,700 people had signed on. Utah
These are
State
some
University has
crazy times.
consistently worked towards fostering an inclusive space for all students and faculty. The petition states, allowing Kirk to speak on campus, it continues, contradicts this mission. Kirk, who leads the conservative youth organization Turning Point USA, is scheduled to appear at Utah State University and Utah Valley University as part of his campus tour. He appears frequently, marked by sharp political commentary, have drawn both strong support and protest at other schools. The petition's organizers contend that hosting Kirk does not serve the university community. Charlie Kirk, a highly polarizing figure, does not align with the core values and ideology that Utah State University strives to epitomize, the statement reads. University officials have not yet responded publicly to the petition. That was September 2nd. So I'm starting to kind of change my mind on what the
How's it showing us? Showing us like how you've been seeing it?
maybe might be of
Maybe.
Like how you've seen Blake Larson away.
Thanks, Tori. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a great night, and I'll catch you next time. So, starting to think, maybe that had something to do with what happened. Maybe.
Maybe.
You never know. You too. Thanks. So, college isn't a place where
Cameron.
everyone agrees with you. It's where you learn to be an individual.
My wife is sitting on
Absolutely, I agree.
my live just tapping her phone. She's just sitting there.
Absolutely. College is the place for differing views.
Mm-hmm.
College is the place where, when you go to college, you're learning how to be an adult and be around other people and be around differing views and different people who come from different walks of nature. Not everybody's going to agree. You're not meant to agree. So challenging people will help that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's, like Charlie Kirk says, the minute we stop talking, there's going to be war. It's going to be a civil war.
Oh, I got some new information for you guys. The person about this Charlie Kirk thing, the person who shot Charlie Kirk is still on the run. They did not apprehend the suspect.
Again?
Yep.
Again?
Yep.
Well, hold on, because now I want to see.
I'm having my wife send me that.
Because that happened earlier. Earlier, the guy they thought they had wasn't the right guy, but Cash Patel.
Yeah, so
Oh, nope, he is correct. Cash Patel said an hour ago the subject in custody has been released after an interrogation by law enforcement. Our investigation continues, and we will continue to release information in interest of transparency.
Oh my god. And I don't know. Too good of a shot to be this person still in college. I highly doubt it. Unless that person's already been shooting and hunting their entire life.
So the shooter is still on the loose.
Oh my god. Excuse me. Zach's inviting me to an Xbox party right now.
I just don't.
You got me to
Don't understand. There's no way someone doesn't know something. I agree. There's no way. There's no way somebody got onto campus or near campus with all those people there and nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about this plan, because you can't tell me this wasn't premeditated. This wasn't planned ahead of time. You can't tell me that. I won't believe it.
No, it was definitely a planned attack, because especially if that video that we were showing earlier about the shooter sitting up on that little edge.
Yeah. It's like Ocean's 8.
Even my wife says,
absolutely.
The way that shot came in, the way that shot rang, it hit him straight in the artery. There's no way that was not a planned shot.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was like perfect. It was like a perfect shot. It was like the shot you'd expect from like a trained sniper, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, this is this is completely off topic, right? With like we've been talking about random news stuff we've been hearing. Apparently a UFO got shot by a missile outside of Yemen.
Oh, awesome.
So we're gonna have a civil war and a war with aliens at the same time, baby. Let's go.
Just in time for the November thing. Just in time.
Yeah,
What November thing?
What? They're saying that there's a giant thing coming towards us. That it's not a comet.
Oh my god. The first Universal War? Oh my god.
It's supposed to be here
Marvel.
like mid to end of November, like right around like my birthday time, I think.
Awesome. It's a millisecond kill shot. No, it is absolutely the precision of hitting somebody who's talking, who's moving, who isn't necessarily sitting
What the hell was
100% still. Hitting them right in the carotid artery, like right in there. That's precision. That's precise. That's planned. That's not like a, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
buy a
make
gun and
sure
kill
I
Charlie
still
Kirk
watch.
today. You're lagging really hard, Dodge.
Oh
I know,
yeah.
I'm
that's
getting
it.
this like tone.
Yeah,
Don't know what to tell you, buddy.
today is a horrific day. Today is a day that will forever live scarred on my heart. Never been so sad to hear about the death, the killing, the murder of somebody that I didn't know personally. It's gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching.
Jeez.
It's unfortunate, but once I saw that video, I knew he was not coming back from that. Too much blood lost too fast. That's what I was
Yeah.
afraid of when I saw it, but I wanted to keep faith and keep praying. Hopefully a miracle would happen, but it's obvious, the Lord had other plans today.
Yeah,
Um,
you could tell that hit like a main artery because like it was just instant like major blood. It was bad, yeah.
Mason, how's
Yeah.
it going?
Yeah, it was pretty
I
horrendous.
Terrible.
seen a post about his favorite quote, and it just kind of hit me a little bit because it was a Bible quote.
Right.
They're saying that they found the rifle that matched the suspect's description.
So they found the gun.
It was on suspect, like the guy that they arrested, I guess.
Oh,
So that's weird.
Ooh.
that's odd. Doesn't make any sense. It's gonna be days before they can actually make sense of all this and get something put together.
Mm. Also, we might have
You
to
should
do like an
look
update
up-
video or something,
Yeah.
like talk about like any like the information that comes out afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
not like as somebody that's not politically aligned at all.
Right?
I still like I don't know. I'd feel the same way with like left activists, right activists, doesn't matter, but like it's something you got to keep up on, especially if people are starting to get shot over their freedom of speeches, like and just like talking.
Yeah. Kaylin said that was in PCT training to watch out for an heart attack event. I saw that slump and knew. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty horrendous. I don't wish something like that on my worst enemy. I don't wish that on anybody.
Oh God, no.
I can't imagine the heartache that his wife especially is gonna go through
Not only
for a while.
his kids are gonna grow up without a father figure now.
And what really fucks me up about that is that was something that
No.
Charlie Kirk preached heavily.
Really?
What?
Well, Renee, to your comment earlier about them not knowing if they were there or not, his wife and kids watched him die. They were there at that campus.
Were they like in the crowd type thing or whatever?
Apparently, they were. Were they all behind him by all the cars or what? I'd assume they
Are-
were behind everybody by the cars and all by the security.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't worry about those kids, dude. I was thinking that earlier, Caitlin. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, I feel so bad for the kids, man, because like they just start losing an argument. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, if they start losing an argument, like the bully does or whatever, they're just like, oh, here's a video of your dad dying. Like that's fucked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's my heart goes out to his wife and his kids. Him and his wife were so happy together. And he was such a great father to his kids in the few years that he got to be around for them. Oh, but back to what I was saying. Dodge, was something Charlie preached often was the importance of having the father in the home, and
Right.
and how that was very crucial to the upbringing of children and keeping the household intact and stable and correct. And for now his children to have to grow up without their father is
There's that second link um,
devastating.
about the wife and children being present.
Hmm. I don't know,
Very
man.
heartbreaking. Seeing
Very
the
sad.
stuff
Very
and-
sad.
Yeah,
I got an article pulled up on it right now. Oh, I had an
Knowing that
article.
this is how our world has become and who we've become, I love I love the fact that I'm having a child. But I'm really starting to regret wanting to bring a child into this world only because I know them type of people are out there.
Just
Yeah.
always gotta be on the lookout and be ready, my friend.
And that is, the reason I go through and get the things I get.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I don't. Yeah. I don't. I. Mm, yeah. I don't know what else to say. This was It's a really rough day. Really hard on my heart, to be honest. And um, I will be grieving if the public figure that I looked up to, that I supported. And I'm really curious to see how Turning Point USA continues his legacy. And I hope they can do wonderful things in his name.
I hope they keep going.
Mm.
So I hope they keep
Oh,
going.
yeah,
That's definitely too high of a company not to just, shut
Oh,
it
yeah.
down now.
I hope they push harder. I hope they push
100%.
harder and get bigger.
Trump's live right now, addressing the assassination.
Oh, is he?
Hmm.
Can we watch that live? Oh, here, I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, if you share your screen too, I can switch over to a different live feed and play it from my recording and stuff. Actually, I could actually just pull it up on your live shit.
Where is he live at?
It's showing it on Truth.
Oh.
Wait, who? Who's live?
Trump.
He's on Truth, but what the
I didn't.
Um, R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. I agree. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you coming in here and saying that.
Trump did deliver remarks 33 minutes ago. And now he's supposed to be live, but I can't find him.
I need to get myself a ring light or something with some.
I'm about to see if I can.
I did. Hey guys, I am going to leave my live running. I will be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to go get a light. So I'm not dark and spooky. I mean, I am that already, but whatever. I will be right back. And hello, Mason.
I got Truth pulled up. Let me see.
I've got something online right now playing.
Oh,
Mike, I 100% agree with you. The people that are thinking this is funny and making jokes of all this, it's truly disgusting and disturbing, and I hope those people get help. Okay, it just started over. Well, that is sad, sad indeed. I'm glad he said something on it. Today was a horrible day for our history. Charlie Kirk was, even if he didn't believe in what he believed in or shared his morals, it was murder, flat and simple. There's no beating around the bush on that, and it's disgusting, and it's something that will forever be on our hearts and our minds. And I'm praying for his wife and kids and his family. I know how I feel about losing Charlie Kirk. I can only imagine how his family feels about losing him.
Mason, if you're still here, say something a little loud.
But you guys have anything to add?
What were you,
I think
what were
I
you
think I've
saying?
said my piece today.
Oh, what's
I
up,
mean,
buddy?
Yeah.
Aren't you at
yeah,
work,
it's
Mason?
just tragic. Honestly, it's
You
just
have off
tragic.
today.
People shouldn't have to die for their political views. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
left wing should die for their political views. I don't think anybody right wing should die for their political views. And unfortunately, today somebody did in fact die because of their political views.
Yeah.
So shitty. So shitty.
And
That's so fucked up.
any rhetoric about this being funny or okay or karma or revenge, or I hope you find help, because that rhetoric is evil.
Yeah,
And
we don't have the resources available for us to help you. So all the people that
Yeah.
popped in the chat saying wild shit, y'all just, I just hope you speak to somebody, man. Or like get some like friends to talk to or something. Like, it's just sad, man. Like I don't know.
Preferably go see a
I don't
therapist.
understand it.
Apparently,
You're taking time out of your daily life
this got done.
when you could be doing something semi-important, and you decide, hey, you know what? Let's go online and make fun of a father who was just taken away from his children.
I feel bad. I just
Right.
scared the shit out of my own child. So this light I got has those bubbles in it. So I just hit the bubbles and it scared the shit out of him.
nice. Blake, you got anything to add?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, Chad, I'm probably going to go ahead and end it there. I've said my piece. As we get more updates on this, and as more things develop from, Cash Patel, the FBI, university, whenever we hear from his wife again, Erica Kirk, we'll keep you guys informed. We'll probably do another video style like this, and let us know if you like this content. If you like this content, we'll keep going with it. We'll do some different stuff with it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for bouncing back and forth with us, giving your opinions. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the views. All of it's greatly appreciated. And yeah, you'll be seeing us again. Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace for all of eternity. And yeah, I'm out of here. Good night, chat.
Well, you heard it from her first, folks. Gonna be calling it there for the night. Appreciate everyone that came in and gave a like and commented with us. And for those of you that said some crazy shit, like they were saying, definitely get some help. Once we get some more news and some updates on some stuff, we'll make a follow-up video, and hopefully we see everybody there. But in the meantime, go check out NoxAsylum, Reneenee13, and Mr. Blue Dodge over here. Y'all have a good night.
Up, everybody.